Welcome to the third video in Harvey Mudd College's Linux tutorial series. This video will explain the Network File System, or NFS, as it applies to our machines. The CS department makes use of a Network File System, or NFS, to store files. The Network File System is a protocol for storing files on a remote server, but mounting them into a position on the local file system. In other words, we can access the files locally, though they are stored far away. It's like we've transplanted a branch on the file system tree to another machine. Let's take a closer look at how this works. At the top of this diagram is ARC, the file server for the computer science department. Inside ARC, you can see a fragment of ARC's file system. Notice that files in the /home directory are stored on ARC, such as the directories hmud, benw, and julie. ARC also has other local directories, like bin, boot, and some others not shown. Now, let's look at the machines ARC serves, including some LabMacs and Knuth. These machines have their own local files stored in their local file systems, as shown inside the boxes. For instance, dir1 is stored on LabMac1, and only exists on LabMac1. However, the home directories on the LabMacs are really the directories and files stored on ARC under /home. We access these files through a node in the local file system, in this case, also /home. We say that the files in the directory /home on ARC have been mounted on the file system at /home on LabMac1. The same thing is true on Knuth. The CS department machines are set up to automatically mount many files from ARC. Notice that the machines on the network can't access all of ARC's local files. They can only access the files that they have been permitted to access through NFS, here represented by a red circle. When you edit a file in your home directory, you are really editing the files stored on ARC. Thus, if you edit a file in your home directory on LabMac1, and then you log into Knuth, the edited file will appear in your home directory on Knuth, because you really edited the remote file that all the machines access. To recap, if you log on to one of the LabMacs, or to a department machine that is not ARC, you can access your home files on the local file tree, say at merkwood.cs.hmc.edu, home, your name, your files. But really, the files are located at arc.cs.hmc.edu under /home, /your name, /your files. And any changes you make to your files are stored there on ARC. NFS is great because it allows us to access our files from any computer on the network. Imagine how annoying it would be if you had to be sure to sit at the same machine every time you went into the Birch Lab, just to make sure you had all your files. This concludes our third video in the Linux tutorial series. You now have a more thorough understanding of the network file system.